Good afternoon, everybody. As President of the Faculty Senate and on behalf of the faculty, it is my pleasure to introduce President Olson. I know most of us have had the opportunity to meet with Dr. Olson in the last few months and share what we do in each of our areas. As I was reflecting on how best to introduce him, I was in a meeting recently with Darrell Moore, and he reminded me of something we've long heard, that Daemen College is the best kept secret in Western New York. Well, good news. President Olson is here to get our secret out and let the world know what we already know. Daemen College is a special place delivering an outstanding education, and the faculty looks forward to working with President Olson in introducing Daemen College to the world. Please join me in welcoming President Olson.
Good afternoon, everyone. I'm delighted to be here to report to you on the college's progress over the last few months. And boy, there's a lot to report on. I want to begin, though, first by thanking the many of you who have reached out to make Lynn and me feel welcomed. You've succeeded in convincing me that Daemen is truly the friendliest and most collegial college in the nation. I want to especially thank the professionals in academic computing and classroom technology support. They've done much to accommodate my technological quirks, and there are many of those, too. So please help me recognize them for all they do for all of us. I'd also like to announce that, and this is a bit bittersweet, I guess, that David Cristantello, who for 12 years has served as our Vice President for External Affairs, has accepted a position at another college. Dave's been a loyal and hardworking member of our community. He's done much to re-engage many of our alums, and we're certainly going to miss him. So please help me thank him, he's right here, for his dedicated service to Daemen College. As a way to keep you better informed about important developments, we're starting this new tradition of a spring address to supplement the traditional fall address. I thought it'd be a time not only for us to take note of the recent accomplishments and initiatives, but also to socialize as the academic year winds down. So hopefully this will be our new tradition. Since my arrival on campus 3 months ago, I've personally visited almost every campus department and office and met faculty and staff to learn about your areas and interest and to discuss campus initiatives. I believe that I visited the last, or I will visit, I guess, the last few offices next week. I found these to be very warm and collegial and enlightening, actually, discussions. And I'm truly impressed with all the success stories I've heard. We're clearly a talented, engaged, and dedicated faculty and staff. In fact, you've given me much to brag about as I speak to external audiences and, as Laura said, get the word out about the gem that we are. While I believe I visited or have at least scheduled every area from all the academic areas to the professional areas to maintenance to security, it's entirely possible that an area is left out. So if so, please let us know immediately, and we'll schedule that much overdue visit right away. I'd like to thank all of you for your hospitality and generosity during those visits. I'd like to begin by reporting on some of the college-wide accomplishments over the last several months. We were delighted to report recently that the Haberman-Gasek Center for Visual and Performing Arts received the Gold LEED certification from the U.S. Green Building Council. As you know, this is the second Gold LEED designation, and this is really quite a distinction for a small institution like Daemen College. The Research Information Commons, of course, previously received gold. On February 22nd, we completed the transaction of the purchase of the Y. The purchase price was over $500,000, and the New York State Heat Camp grant for the purchase and renovation of the building will total over $400,000. And our matching obligation is $1.2 million. So that's a 3-to-1 match. This is a very good arrangement, so we did very well. We're seeking additional external funds to help defray the cost of our portion of that match. Now, we'll be required to use the building for 10 years as an athletic, classroom, and office facility, but that's perfect. That's just what we need. On April 10, the Amherst Historic Preservation Commission designated Rosary Hall as a historic landmark. This is the second Daemen building to receive this designation. As you know, probably Curtis Hall was designated a landmark on June 12th. These designations are a real honor for us, and we're going to make the best of that. More bragging rights. In our fundraising efforts, we received nearly $800,000 in major gift revenue in recent months. See, you're leaving at the wrong time. On the screen, you can see the new commitments as well as payments on existing commitments that came in over that period. Now, you may have noticed a distinct increase in media coverage lately, and no, I don't mean about parking, although there's that too. We're aggressively pushing news stories out to the media, and this is really paying off. You can see on the screen the media placements we've recently garnered. And I met recently with the editor of Business First, and I'll be meeting personally in the next few weeks with the new editor of Buffalo News to discuss a number of subjects, including coverage of news about Daemen, and especially coverage of sports, which seems to be non-existent. We'll continue to publicize our accomplishments, though, aggressively, and you can help us by always letting us know when things happen. We're satisfied with the current enrollment picture, although this will always be an area that we'll seek to improve. Managing enrollment is especially important in the environment with declining enrollments locally and nationwide, really. Some of our nearby competitors are really experiencing alarming drops in enrollment. Our spring headcount is down slightly from last year due to a decrease in the New York City sites, but we're working aggressively to maintain enrollment of both new and returning students in all of our sites. Now, going forward, I think retaining our students really has to become a high priority for us all. Once we have them, we don't want to lose them, and so we'll do everything that we can to help retain those students. Although applications for fall are up about 1% over last year, we expect new student enrollment this fall to be approximately what it was last fall. That's another good reason for retaining the students we have. So enrollment is continuing to be healthy despite the national trends, but it's going to be a struggle going forward. Now, we're very pleased with the progress of our athletics program. As you know, the women's basketball team won the national championship, and we chalked up 3 other national championships. We also had 3 top 10 finishes, including men's basketball, which took second place. We had a number of other distinctions, which you can see on the screen before you. But I'm personally encouraged by the fact that our record against NCAA Division II teams was 23-7. So this is very encouraging since next year we'll play the full NCAA roster. And even our coaches, by the way, are receiving distinction. 2 were named Coach of the Year. The local media featured Daemen Athletics 37 times since July. And I'm happy to report that recently we launched a new, more friendly, or user-friendly, I guess I should say, athletics website. And it's shown a great deal of user interest. So that helps us get the word out about things going on at Daemen as well. We have had equally good news in the academic affairs area. Our 6-year graduation rate has increased from 44% to almost 49%, which nationally is pretty good. And the rate for our athletes is a stunning 88.2%. Where did that come from? I've never seen anything like that. That's pretty good. I'm pleased that our greatest progress has been in our graduation rate of underrepresented minorities, which has increased substantially. And these increases position us well to meet the Title III goal of 54% by 2016. So we're in good shape. We're also developing a program to track progress on key performance indicators on our strategic plan, and this is going to enable us to monitor progress on our strategic goals and to allocate our resources more effectively. And besides, the creditors like to know that we do these kinds of things. We had a highly successful Scholars Day on my second day on campus, as a matter of fact. Prospective students and families came to campus in the middle of a snowstorm and seemed genuinely impressed with the quality of Daemen. It was a really good day. This, by the way, was the highest attendance ever at that event. You can see on the screen all the many people in offices who worked to make this event such a success. And so please help me recognize their efforts. There was a lot of people. Our physical therapy wound care clinic, which opened this year, has evaluated over 100 patients already and performed 2,700 treatments. Stupendous start to that. And I'm very happy to report that our physician assistance program has again achieved a 98% first attempt pass rate on the national certifying exam. This is a very high distinction and shows that we're among the best programs nationally. The average nationally is 90 to 92%, so we're competing with the best. Please help me recognize the PA faculty for their excellent work. Graduate program in nursing has had similar success. Our students have achieved 100% pass rate, also far exceeding the national average. And so please help me recognize our nursing faculty for their excellent work. That's really good. Our faculty continue to distinguish themselves regionally, and I'm happy to say nationally. You've chalked up so many accomplishments recently that's going to be impossible to mention them all here, but here are just a few highlights. Before I begin, I want to congratulate 4 colleagues who've just received tenure or promotion, and I'll ask that they stand and remain standing when I call their names, and then we can congratulate all 4 of them together. So Michelle Flint, promotion to Associate Professor and tenure. Catherine Mann, promotion to Associate Professor and tenure. Paulette Newcheck, promotion to Associate Professor and tenure, and Diane Ryan, promotion to Associate Professor. So please help me. Now you can relax for a while. In January, Professor Sarah Avzon, director of our master's program in early childhood special education in Brooklyn, participated in a congressional briefing about how the brain learns and how that knowledge is being applied to America's classrooms. I'm delighted to report that political science professor Lisa Parshall received the 2012 Larry J. Hackman Research Residency Award from the New York State Archives Partnership Trust, and this is a real distinction in her field. Faculty Senate Head Laura Edsberg has been awarded the Kosiak Award by the National Pressure Ulcer Advisory Panel, and this award recognizes significant contributions to the prevention of pressure ulcers. And Professor Kara Innes was recognized as the Physician Assistant Educator of the Year by the New York State Society of Physician Assistants. She's the 3rd Daemen graduate and the 4th Daemen faculty member to win this award. We're especially impressed that Albright Knox Art Gallery has acquired 3 artworks created by Professor Felice Koenig. And this, of course, is a high distinction and a tribute to her creative talent. And you can see on the screen one of those works. She'll explain it to you later. Please help me congratulate all of these and all of our other colleagues. Our staff is also receiving high praise for their accomplishments. There are too many of them to mention today as well, but a few highlights. Pamela Newman, Director of Human Relations, led our United Way campaign to a 6-year high. 4 of our staff have completed the Women's Leadership Institute for Women Leaders. That's Linda Kohler, Kim Pagano, Richanne Mankey, and Doris Murphy. Ann Robinson, the Executive Director of Global Programs, was one of 17 study abroad administrators nationally to attend a site visit at Veritas University in Costa Rica by the Center for International Studies. And recently, the Corporation for National and Community Service named Daemen to the President's Higher Education Community Service Honor Roll for 6 years of commitment to community service and civic engagement. Congratulations to Susan Marchioni and to all the faculty and staff that earned this national distinction. And by the way, Susan recently earned her EDD in educational leadership, so I think she deserves a special round of applause. Adrian Williams, one of our first-rate academic advisors, has received the College Campus Angel Award for outstanding service to first-generation students. The award is from On Point for College, which is a nonprofit dedicated to opening the door to higher education to low-income and first-generation college students. Now, these are only a few of many highlights of our staff's accomplishments, and so please help me recognize these people and all of our staff. Our students are continuing to make us proud as well. Megan Conley was named Outstanding Student Leader for District 2 by the Council for Advancement of Supportive Education, and that's a national organization for college advancement professionals. This is the second consecutive year that one of our alumni ambassadors has won in this category. And as you already know, our students and faculty recently delivered health care to residents of a town in the Dominican Republic. Wonderful humanitarian work and first-rate hands-on experience for our students. So help me congratulate our students, even though they're not here. While we've had much to celebrate, we do have a few challenges. We responded to the town of Amherst's request to address parking. We made 112 new spaces available. 62 spaces are available at the YMCA. And we created 10 spaces by repositioning Daemen-owned vehicles. And we improved the use of leased parking lots and will add several new on-campus parking slots this summer. And I've met personally with Amherst Town Supervisor and the Deputy Supervisor, and I'm very encouraged about future relations with the town. In May, I'm going to hold a community event on campus after the students leave, so there's parking. And we will invite residents from the neighborhoods surrounding campus to a reception on campus, and we'll provide tours if they would like them, and let them become more familiar with us and get them to see that we're pretty good neighbors, actually. This semester, we've launched a number of college initiatives. By our best assessment, there are 9 Daemen faculty who retired over the last 20 years but who have never received emeritus status. At the May 7th meeting of the Board of Trustees, I'll present to the trustees a list of these faculty, along with the names of 6 faculty who are retiring this year. And I will recommend that the board confer emeritus faculty status on each of them. And I believe this is fitting and appropriate, given the many years of dedicated service that they have given to our great college. And also along those lines, we will create an emeritus faculty advisory board composed of representative members of the emeriti. And the purpose of that board is to enhance the relationship between the college and its emeritus faculty for the benefit of the college's mission and for the benefit of those faculty. Too often in many places we forget about our emeritus faculty after they leave. That's not good. So I'm very much looking forward to working with our emeriti and for the greater good of the college. Also, we've created a President's Leadership Advisory Council, a body composed of cabinet members, other top Daemen officials, and includes faculty, staff, student, and alumni representation. And the purpose of this council is to increase communication, transparency, and openness, and to foster inclusiveness and trust. Our first meeting was on April 15th, and we'll hold a meeting each month. And my hope is that those in attendance will keep their constituencies informed about many things happening across campus and to solicit their input in return. And this is a good way for us to, keep communication flowing at all times. In another effort to increase communication, transparency, and openness, as you know, I've begun to send update letters to all faculty and staff. I've always done that throughout the years. And we've begun posting these letters on our website as well. And I'll send these out as warranted. I promise not to spam you, but I'll try to keep you up to date as appropriate. And so you can, visit our new Office of the President website, and you'll find letters there, and this video, provided it comes out. But since Jim's in charge, I think it'll come out. We've also created a Daemen College Hall of Fame. This will recognize the college's most distinguished friends and alumni, and will be publicized as one of Daemen's highest honors. And we'll sponsor an annual spring induction ceremony where we'll honor 5 to 8, say, inductees, and we'll have a perpetual plaque in Rosary Hall. Our first ceremony will be April 4th and 5th, 2014. And please feel free to recommend potential inductees to the professionals in college advancement. They may not get in the first year, but having them in the pipeline will be helpful. Another initiative is that we're transforming Daemen Connections into a weekly electronic newsletter that will publish news and features, including regular profiles of faculty, staff, and alumni. We hope to reach not only the Daemen community, but a wide audience of alumni and community members. Now, we sought input campus-wide for a possible name change. I need a drum roll here. For this, for this new publication. Thank you all for the suggestions you have given us. We finally selected a name. The overwhelming favorite was the Daemen Voice. So you'll begin receiving the Daemen Voice every Monday morning during the academic year and less frequently during the summer. Now we're relying on you, again, to let us know when important things happen, especially newsworthy things, and especially professional things. So if you publish a book, win an award, receive other recognition, pass it on, especially if you can give us prose with it to help the writers. When you do get this, please pass it on to Mike Andre, Director of College Relations. In case you don't know what he looks like. Another initiative is a campus beautification campaign that we're tentatively calling the Daemen 100 Tree Challenge. This is an Adopt a Tree campaign in which we hope to substantially increase campus greenery. The college will plant mature trees or greened areas, and will display each donor's name on an engraved plate, probably, or some way. And we'll publicize a fixed price, and we're working with a donor to get a vastly discounted price for per tree. It'll be a fixed price. And we're going to encourage everybody to participate. We hope also that departments and offices will be interested in adopting trees as well. And I've already told the trustees that I expect to see a trustee grove somewhere on campus. A professional landscaping architect has just devised a comprehensive plan that will allow us to intelligently plant these things. We just got it on our desk today. It's a good one. We know we're going to probably adopt it, and so we're almost ready to launch. In fact, we hope to launch in May, or early June at the latest. We plan to have a fall and spring planting, so we're looking forward to that. I'd like to thank Brenda Young for her sage advice and assistance on this project. I believe that slide shows Brenda planting some sage, doesn't it? Thank you, Brenda. Where are you? I think you're here somewhere. There. Thank you. So finally, we're creating a Daemen College Community Advisory Board composed of business and political leaders as well as potential donors. The goal is to increase the college's visibility and to engender a feeling of pride and affiliation for Daemen among non-alums, which we need. The board will help us demonstrate to the community the excellence that Daemen represents and how we contribute to enriching the community in so many ways. You may be interested to know, for example, that each year our students contribute 30,000 hours of community service locally. And the overall economic impact of Daemen College is nearly $114 million a year. So we look forward to working with our new board members to demonstrate Daemen's value to the community and get news like this out there. So as you can see, Daemen has much to be proud of, and we're making rapid and substantial progress. I'll continue to keep you informed, and I look forward to seeing you at commencement and at the State of the College in fall. I look forward to our work together in the years to come. I think together we'll work to continue to provide the highest quality instruction to our undergraduate majors, to our graduate students, and to the thousands of students who take our courses each year. And I think together we'll work to enhance the college's reputation and really make it the center of scholarly and creativity that we know it is, but get that news out. Together we'll forge partnerships with the community, with business, with government, so that they understand our value as well. And together I think we'll continue to build a college that will serve as an exemplar of the modern liberal arts college, not only in Western New York, and that's good too, but nationally. You already saw, we already have a whole bunch of national recognition, and we're going to get more. So anyway, thank you for your attention this afternoon. I hope you'll join us for refreshments and collegial conversation here. Thank you.